Hey, it's Soul Madrid here. I'm the founder of MMA Somnia, MMAsomnia.com, a site where I teach fighters all kinds of tips and tricks to get you sponsored as fast as possible and as easily as possible. In fact, so easy a monkey could do it, and that's pretty damn easy. In this video, I'm going to go over how to get sponsors for MMA, a way to get sponsored fast with this just simple, easy tip. Now, there's one thing that all companies look for in a fighter. And I know this because I've worked with many companies, and I've interviewed the department heads, the brand managers, and they always come back, and there's always one thing that ties it all together. One thing they all look for. Now, can you guess what that is? I'll give you a hint. It's not a winning record. A lot of fighters think that. A lot of fighters think that you've got to win, 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 and that's how you get sponsored. And to a point, that's true. If you're the number one sponsor, number one fighter, if you're John Jones, then of course you're going to be the number one fighter. Then companies will want to sponsor you. Yes, that is true. But how many number one fighters can there be? There can only be number one. Even if you're in the top 10, that's 10 fighters. Out of how many thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of fighters? And as MMA gets more popular, more fighters are coming into the game. Every day. So if your strategy to get sponsored, if your idea is, I got to be the best, I got to win all my fights, guess what? You're not getting shit, right? Odds are you're not getting sponsored. And if you're not getting sponsored, then you're going nowhere. The reality is you need to have a sponsor. So you need to learn how to do that. And it's actually a lot more simple than you think. Now, MMA companies are in business to make money. And to make money, they need to promote their product. So companies are desperately searching for fighters who can help them. But there aren't many fighters who can do that. They're always on the lookout. They're always looking for some, but not many fighters can do that. But after you watch this video, this is going to be where you come in. Because the one thing that all MMA companies look for in a fighter is this: a social media fan base, specifically a Facebook fan base. There are some companies that they use Twitter or they use Instagram or whatever other type of social media that may come onto the market. But for the most part, in fact, almost every single company wants you to have a Facebook social media fan base. And when you have a large fan base on Facebook, sponsors notice you instantly because they're always on the lookout for ways to advertise their product, to promote their product. And one of the big ways to do that is to sponsor a fighter. But they're not going to sponsor just any fighter. They're going to sponsor the type of fighter who can reach a large amount of people, the type of people who would buy that company's product. So it's important to have a large social media fan base. So when you have that, that means you get sponsored instead of the next guy. So keep that in mind. A large social media fan base, specifically a Facebook fan base, having that means you get sponsored instead of the next guy. And I have, proud to say I have a little secret technique that's going to make your fan base explode overnight. So I can help you with that. If you don't have a large fan base, no problem. I can help you with that. I have a secret technique that'll make your fan base explode. You can get thousands of Facebook fans in a month, even less, in a couple weeks. Now let me ask you something. Don't you feel like you're tearing yourself apart trying to get sponsored? It's not easy. Or at least that's what fighters think. It's actually quite simple. It's really simple once you know what to do. So do you want to get sponsored? Maybe as soon as tomorrow? Wouldn't it be awesome to have MMA companies begging to sponsor you? Turn the tables around. Instead of you running your ass crazy, running around town trying to get sponsored, have them come to you. Have them begging to sponsor you. That would be awesome. Hell yeah, that would be awesome. So sign up for my Firestarter sponsorship course. It's a 12-day course full of kick-ass sponsorship tips and tricks that can get you sponsored within 48 hours. That's 2 days. That's 2 days. Within 2 days, you can have a sponsorship. The course is valued at $297, but since you're watching this video, you'll get it for free. And in the course, you'll get that secret technique I mentioned to make your fan base explode. The Firestarter sponsorship course will get you sponsored so easy, a monkey could do it. Right? Just like I mentioned at the beginning. So easy, a monkey could do it. In fact, the sign-up link is right next to the monkey. Click the link now